Okay. We're finally here. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. So, welcome back to Deltarune. I've got a little bit of exploring to do, and then we're gonna wrap up Chapter 5. Let me see what it is we've got. So, we are quickly approaching the end of Deltarune Chapter 5. Wonderful so far. We've got a little bit of accounting to do. In the garden. Oop. I didn't mean to send that. Alright, interesting. I'm gonna use it as a notepad, but I hit enter by accident. Let's do this one. Two in the garden. Two in the cliff. We got 3 Castle East. 1 at the top of the castle. So that makes up 7, 8, 9? Oh, it can't be, I miscounted. Do we have one already? When you moderate that message? Yeah, I think it goes through a bot. I actually don't know how that works. Yeah, we have one pink coin. We need 9 pink coins total. We gotta go hunting for those first, because we need pink coins in order to get some good equipment. Free cake, set your items. 160 to all. Infinite tree cake refills. Perfect. Exactly where the most of them are. Excellent. Perfect. Alright. So, where are we going first? There are 2 in the garden here. Teleport near shrine. Gotcha. Rotoscoping on that guy is so funny. Garden near shrine. Missing 2 here. Up the stairs. On the left tree. Right at the top of the tree. Ah, we're on the roof of the shrine now. Ho ho ho! Keep going right. Ho 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 ho! Very sneaky. End of garden. Easy enough. And farm flower coins. That's such a cool segment. Such a cool ability. Garden, end of garden. Ho ho ho. Going all the way to the right. Oh, I think I see it. Jump here. Nope. It's not quite right. I go all the way to the left. There we go. Dong. All right. That's all garden. We got 2 from garden. We got Cliff is next, I believe. We've got 2 in Cliff. Coin might be in this area. Okay, good to know. There it is. Yo-yo Ralsei for a bit. Righty. We're going to the shop. Yes. Cliff's shop. Also, new dialogue in the shop. Oh. Let ever be this beautiful again? Yes, I'll be graduating from here soon. I'm not just ready to leave my friends behind yet. But that's something anyone is ever ready for? Is that pink and it's pink and orange? Oh no, Pink's graduating. Oh, she. That's pink and orange. Oh man, that's really funny. Steal a fountain. I won't stick around. I'll some time to myself, I think. But I'll be meeting you again. Dory, I'll be making sure Asgore's watering you properly, okay? Oh, that's so cute. Rid of this world, won't you? Oh my god. Press to the right. I think I see it. Ow. Nope. See something. Not that, though. This section goes left. Just progress. All right. Gotcha, gotcha. Take a bite. Should have made a reservation. Okay. There. So many coins. Not an enemy. Hate me if I was actually an enemy. I would not mind. But really? Just to be clear, I'm not an enemy. Oh! Alright, I admit it. I'm an enemy. Bring it in. Scared like a crow. I've completely forgotten where the nearest door is. I think we passed it. Alright, we've got 3 in Castle East. Oh my god. Specifically the right side, yes. Drop save. Go to the door. On the right outside. Okay, got it. Okay. This is Castle West. This is the center of the castle. This is Castle East. That was one pink coin. Cool. Chest is empty. The rest are at the Fox store. Okay. I have immediately gotten myself uber lost. Where the fuck am I? Took a shortcut then backtracked anyway. Yeah, we sure did. Ah, fuck. Right, here we go. But this is this one. Progress. That was a little light. Didn't notice that before. Ow. His rules. Time to go. We gotta leave. That's a good bit. Fox store? Oh, second diner. Foxes. Ow. This door? Gotta spend so long in this room though. Further in. Time to push those statues. All of them? I did that already, though. How did I fuck it up? I can't have fucked it up. Okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Alright, where to then? To the upper left. Okay. In one statue you can push in the top layer. Yes, that's correct. Ah. It's yellow. Oh, it's a fox. Alright, we got +1 fox. Still short a fox. There's one more statue. Okay. Bottom left. Bottom right. Got that one already? Alright. Where to next? Full pattern outside the room. Is there one that's a fox? No. Gotcha. There it is. Inside was one pink coin. Nice. Alrighty. There were 3, yeah. Like this is optional? Also stand on Ralsei. Maybe you should stand on Ralsei. A boy's treat for a guy like him. What the fuck? Alright. Okay. So if we use Ralsei as a foot stand, we can move these up, way up. There we go. Rossi likes being stepped on, continues to be canon. It's very, very funny. Okay, what's next? We still have one more. There's one at top of castle, and I believe we've only gotten 2 of Castle East, right? Is that all 3? Perfect, shut up. Lady Orange, Asgore really likes when foxes eat mushrooms. Lady Orange, we must make you prim and proper for Asgore. Pretty perfect. Shut up, you giant chibis. Got all 3? Oh yeah, we got 8. Alright, cool. Yeah, just top of castle. When is after green shop? Gotcha. This is not...
Mites and fleas. I've had so many mites and fleas.
What a mite.
Asgore, be able to walk everywhere, to own everything. The flowers, they'll take care of themselves.
Meshing with an edible flower arrangement. And top of castle. Green shop. Howdy, green. Left. Ah. All the way. All right. I didn't realize this was not all the way. My mistake. Solid oopsies. Top of castle, green shop. Definite my bad. Fuck. All the way left. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, this one's gonna be hard. Fuck. Oh no. All right. Oh, Ralsei, I'm so sorry you're dying. Stop. All right, I'm stopping. Is there something that I'm missing about this, or is this just very hard? Was the last time you saved? Good point. A while ago. I think I dropped a save back at Green's shop. Going down might be easier, okay. Ow. This is Pink's room. Oh, that's death. Okay, let's... Green shop, drop a save. Full heal. Weren't missing anything, just had to do it. Gotcha. Ow. Oh, the wrong angle and I'm just rocketed downwards. The right angle, I'm rocking forwards. Alright, that was... Fuck! Ah, it's just the 3. Okay, it's just the 3. I saw it, I hesitated, and I died for it. Fuck. Ah. Fuck. Ah. Ah! I killed my momentum. I could have done that one. Okay, so bounce once, and then I can... Then I can use the momentum from the left swing. Rocking myself forwards. Oh! Learn some new tech, sure. Called Coyote Time? Is that what it is? Did I just master it before you could tell me about it? I don't know what to tell you. I'm just too good at video games. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to do it over and over again. Oh! Motherfuck! God damn you, Toby Fox! Oh. Tobias Foxworth at it again. Hi, Rosie. Oh, treasure chest. That was a dog dollar? Hell yeah. Dude, you should upgrade your room's ladder.
Want me to take laddery?
Yeah.
Fine.
Flattery was taken for Rosie's room. Awesome. Moa, Yuka. Looks like a crow, but the nameplate says Moa. It's licking the canvas at hyperspeed. A layer of bromine is forming. What's certain is that it must be some kind of burb. Looks like a Floridian, but its nameplate says Yuka. Drawing a bathtub using its fluffy tail on the canvas. Wait, that tail real or not? Where we all draw bromides for Master Flowery. His long legs, his shining smile, his perfect figure. Yes, we draw them exactly like he asks. Of course, he pays us in flowery dollars. That's perfect. We can buy more bromides. Found something incredible on the ground. It was added to your key items. Bromide F. Secret steamy bath time. Use this item to observe it. What? Moriawi. Why is Birdly there? That's a Chris bubble. An Asgore bubble. The Ralsei bubble. The Susie bubble. The fucking duck. Again, I imagine someone was paid to draw that. Boy oh boy. They sure were. Monetary currency sure was exchanged for that. I can only imagine what other horrors must await in Deltarune chapters 6 and 7. If this is the shit that we're comfortable putting in the game right now, I'm so fucked up. Holy shit. Alright. So, we have 1 Revive Mint, we have 2 Flavogenes, a Dog Dollar, and Tree Cake. I'm keeping this Dog Dollar. They're gonna be worthless. I do not care. They're mine. Time for all that super equipment. Yes. Castle, pink door. And it was Pink's room here. Yeah. Alright, so we have a bunch of flowery dollars. We have a bunch of coins. How much do we need? Green's apron, armor, slightly recover HP when defending. 100 flowery dollars, 3 pink coins. Perfect. Do not buy. What is the best super equipment? HP while defending is really good. Armor. Susie's Scythemare will cost less TP. Don't really use Scythemare. Yellow hat. Spells are 20% stronger. That does sound really good. Let me tell you the special effect, not the stats. Aqua Knife, weapon for Chris, easy to get critical hits. Blue Shoes, weapon for Ralsei, Pacify will cost 0 TP. Vulnerable longer after taking damage. Okay. Green seems good. Seth seems good. Tired enemies will be spared. Level 5 Pink Rose, flirtatious and flirtatious. Dark Vine, assistant sealing fountain. Dark Vine, watering their own thorns. Spells are 20% stronger. That does count healing. So I'm leaning towards yellow, definitely. Because I purely as a memento. I mean... yeah, and with Aqua's knife, that is... man, this is hard. It does help us for secret bosses, because secret bosses you have to, like, fight, usually. You have to kill Jevil, you have to kill, kill Spampton. They kill the knight. Weapon with high defense, which is rare. Ooh. Weapon for Ralsei, Pacify costs 0. Not doing a lot of pacifying, so Scythemare and Pacify don't... blue and orange don't really do much for me. Really between these ones. Definitely yellow. More iframes after taking damage. A little bit of healing. Aqua's knife. And it helps you do justice. Yellow hat, spells are 20% stronger. Yes. Oh, so good. So many stats. Chris is a human, they don't have spells. Susie... depends on attack and magic. Buster Heal is a healing spell, has grown with practice and confidence. I do quite like the idea of heal going up. Seems like Ralsei would benefit the most from it, though. Since Ralsei has more spells to use. Ralsei the yellow hat. Rudebuster heal skill with magic stat boosted by defense. Yeah. Seth Green. Doom Revive Song is also boosted. Yeah. I do want Aqua's knife. So between invul after being hit or heal while defending. Am I defending more or am I getting hit more? It's a bit of a loaded question, isn't it? I don't feel like I'm getting hit a lot in a row. Unless this is like a huge bonus to that, I think I want a little bit of sustain. Let's go Green's Apron. Kind of apron, a kind of chef. Apron of a kind of chef. The wearer recovers 16% HP after defending. So much defense. Yeah. Yeah. Go Susie, because she's very tanky. I'll take the knife for Chris. You choose wisely. Seems that there are no more pink shards. Therefore, this is as far as we can help you in this dream. Unless someone else decides to come to your aid. Mischievous blade attacks with this weapon are easier to make critical. Defense goes up. Yeah, that's good. Oh, Flowery. Flowery's Scarf, Ralsei's ultimate weapon. It only costs one Flowery dollar. Obviously, you need it, don't you, Rally? What a troll. Sure. Flowery Scarf is added to your weapons. I'm not wearing this stupid ribbon. That's fair. I won't make you, but that's very funny. A scarf which says "I heart Flowery" on it. It's the perfect size for Ralsei.
It doesn't fit.
Click on it. Amazing. Nah, it's for Ralsei. Too small. Chris size. Stop nailing the stuff. No, you geek. I think we sneak. I didn't realize there was so much other dialogue for trying to equip stuff wrong. Play the bad guys. Nah, I'd snap it. It's like a giant caterpillar. What is this, rubber? This is trash. Chick. Nah. Ah, it's too small. Soft. No, just no. I'm too good for that. Ow, that can't be comfy. What is this, a chopstick?
Yours, Chris. It's a bit big. Oh no, that's too scary. It's a bit heavy. Look cool holding this, Chris. Should we fix this? Soft and squishy. That's a good idea. Want to pierce my ears? Minty and festive. Can I wash it off first? Don't scoop me. That tickles. Yay, I'm infected. Cool poses, Chris. I might hurt myself.
Phenomenal. Dialogue for the Thornring and Snowgrave route. It's just ... Ooh. Got one more save here. And we need to fill up. Green tea. Alright, see you later, Green. And by later, I mean in like 20 seconds. Not just to his dialogue for the ring before that. Are you proposing? This was a secret door. We need to go back to green then. Top castle, green shop. This way. Go right.
Either one of us is nothing. How about all of us?
Aqua, final combo attack. Lou, ultimate cowboy hat. Ow.
Just like we rehearsed.
Fine.
Enough, Chibi's. We just
getting you warmed up.
I'll show you how human I've become. I see what I can do when I'm not hungry.
Oh, fuck. It's got shockwaves. Oh, fuck. Those are fast. Green. Thanks, Green. That's about all the Green could do. Top of castle, castle top. Alright, Flowery, where the fuck are you? It's time to rumble.
Chris,
Susie, Rousey. You finally made it. The fountain's just a step away now. Come here. Fate should say we are destined to fight. But I believe in you three.
Time to put you and all your loved ones in a forever coma.
I believe you have the power to change that fate. So, will you use it? Will you prove your fantasy stronger than ours? You made up your minds. Listen. Since the beginning, we were love. Your father grew us a rainbow bouquet of 7 flowers as a proposal to your mother.
Flowers that were only supposed to live for one smiling day. And yet, did not let us go. Kept us alive alongside his love. Every day he watered us, talked to us, he sang his dreams to us. And each day we wished we could do something in return. His friend grew sick, and we could do nothing. Money ran out, and we could do nothing. His family left him, we could do nothing. And yet he still cared for us. Weak, useless flowers. Flowers that could do nothing in return. But now, time has come. Flowers to be the heroes. And build a world where all his kindness may be repaid. Chris, this is your final chance. You really believe your world is better? Then stand against us. My recruits.
Lend me your power!
Whoa, let's go. Alright, Chris, you want to prove your worth? Charge up your bravely colored heart. Officially Z to dash. 20 feet away to the final touch of hand. New soul color, let's go. Fading petals without a plan. Posy. Posy. Man, flower. Oh, this lyrics. Look at this. They keep them in song lyrics. Flower, attack flower, defense flower is being taken shape from the golden flower. Being taken shape from the golden flower. Everything about him is an illusion, but with hope, can you make it real? He gave it her all, TP increased. Or else he gave it his all, TP increased. You know, I had wanted you to meet the other flowers. See how wonderful they all are. Z-pose. Everyone pose together. Agent's superior pose was very effective. Everything about it was an illusion. If I could just if everyone could just be friends, it might turn over a new leaf. I see your hearts are set in stone. Your world, your fountain is more important than ours. Your axe changed. Blow away Z. Make Flowery's hair blow beautifully. I imagine that. Branch where we didn't have to fight. We didn't even call it a pacifist route. Boo. You think that's gonna stop me? You're not the only one that can act. Mercy! Oh, fuck! I won't lose. My friends are behind me. Seth, remember the patterns I taught you? I improved them. Watch. Gave it her all. TP and Mercy increased, or else he's so mad he's furious. Aqua, let's play a knife cutting game.
Oh, it's always so fun.
Spin Z. Everyone spins.
Asgore, play. Gotta get smarter for Asgore.
Fuck, that would hurt. That would really hurt.
This is
A dream.
oh nightmare.
Everyone spins. Orange, be brave. It's your turn.
Sorry, big bro. They won't beat our combo.
Oh, man. We can agree with the T-Max. I guess so. Green, how about a $999 tip? Asgore, if I'm courageous, you'll be proud of me, right? Oh, man. Why would you lose? Don't cry, Orange. Tears are for wedding days. Oh, man. Chris, isn't your mother calling you? Oh, man, I'm gonna die. Fuck. God damn.
We lost.
Get a chance. You're earlier than 100 years to beat me. I beat like a tree and leaf. Time's over. Damn it. Wasted those items.
Huh? Green? Took back all the items we used?
You're the best, Green.
Chris, you're not holding back, are you? Beat him like this time. I know it. Let's go.
I'm not holding back. I just suck ass, Ralsei. I'm sorry. Okay. Tapping is fine too, you don't always have to charge. I do now learn that, yes. Perfect pose. Okay. Oh man, those bamboo segments are really killer for me. Okay. Okay. Next phase. $142. Yeah, costs half. Praise the flowery. Why don't you lose? You cry orange teaser for the wedding days. Blue. You know, Flowery, we're here to play our part. Ah. Kill everyone. It's fine. Hello, tonight, justice rides together. You got it, partner. Begin the trial. 100%! Oh, man. Defend. S action. Feel for yourself. As goes justice for you. Witness our dance.
Enough with this act. I'm finished with this. I'm finishing this. Let me prove, without a doubt, Lowry isn't as innocent as he behaves. Susie and Chris were jailed illegally.
Boss.
This moss was their prison food. Innocent people don't belong behind bars.
My thief's innocent.
Petal Feather, you stole it from the shrine. Aqua, it was a gift. When was it hers to give away?
Too bad. Looks like it's back to jail for...
I did it. All of it. It was my idea. Yes, Susie, I'm sorry. Finish it without me.
There he goes! Not bad, Rowley. But it didn't get your friends any closer to the Dark Fountain. Enough, Chris. I don't need a trial to expose the truth. We watched you since you were a child. And I know you've changed. I don't know what your plans are, but if they involve Asgore, this is as far as you go. Feel it, smell it, the power of flowers.
And one more for the fans.
One more for the fans. Susie's idea? Listen to Susie's idea. Chris, it's not from what Flowery said, but flowers were on stopped going up a while ago. You want to get to the Dark Fountain? You gotta find another way. Got it? Hey, Flowery, Asgore's falling over there. Old buddy? Chris, this is it. Go! Back here. Stop. Nobody outspeeds a flower. Is that how that works? I think most people outspeed flowers. He's so cool. You almost got past me for a second there. Wake up, Chris. I can never lose to you. Because I'm not alone. Watch and learn, Chris. The true power of friendship.
With your powers combined. Omega Flowery.
Omega Flowery.
Jerome. 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 Jerome.
Ow.
Jerome.
Did I just get super lucky and he just kept choosing to go down? Oh my god, the power of friendship! I just get stupid lucky. He just kept choosing to go down. Okay. Wow, that's really funny. I hesitated. Why? It's not right. We have to defeat you. We have to. Get up. What are you doing? Asgore, Chris, my god, are you okay? Are you alright? Hurry. Did you say they went home? I thought if wanted to prove... Could I have let this happen? So obsessed with finding out about the Dark World. I didn't make sure you were... It's a comedy, not a tragedy. Get up, you two. Chris, thank goodness you're okay. Chris, I think I owe you an apology. Just you, but everyone as well. Chris, ever since that horrible day, I only blame myself for what happened. All I ever wanted, to prove it wasn't my fault. Make sure that it would never happen again. And it was all because of this. The dark world. But I'm finally here. Makes me realize how pointless that all was. None of you ever blamed me. None of you ever said it was my fault. And so, being the aftermath of my failure, my self-hatred consumed me. One ultimately drove your mother away. But if I could just prove it, prove I was right, it would fix everything. And when I finally found that proof I wanted, I still failed to protect you. Chris, sorry. Sorry for not realizing sooner. Asriel comes home. I would love to see the both of you together. Even without your mother, if she prefers. And, Chris, I'm immensely proud of you. That while I wasn't looking, become courageous, wise. Made many wonderful friends.
Ralsie's wearing the hat.
Chris, it's your time now. End this stream, won't you?
Wait, Asgore. What about Diner? What about skateboards?
Lowry. You know I was just playing along, right? My only goal was to find the truth. If anything, your actions towards me made me realize, well, how it feels to receive such unasked for affection. You didn't actually like my mixtape? Stupid fucking game. Way to fucking ruin a moment, game. God damn it. It's an amazing joke, though. Yeah, it is. It's so funny. That's why I'm so mad at it. Stop stalking your ex-escort. Didn't actually like my mixtape? Well, I did. It was very thoughtful. At times you seemed like a really lovely person. All of you did, but...
Escort, listen, this world, it's perfect for you. I've seen how alone you are. Want to go back?
Lowry. Even if I wanted to, couldn't stay.
Why?
Back in the real world, my shop is waiting. Not right to leave it empty. Someone has to take care of the flowers.
Can't argue with that, old buddy. That's what he wants. That's what he wants.
Well then, looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, I don't really get it, but playing together was fun. Let's play again soon. Thank you for watching my dream.
I could not understand what's going on. It just hurts. This is a better way to go. Yeah. He wanted to be a chef and know the flavor of many foods. Thank you for watching their dream. Sounds silly now, but I just wanted to be a cowboy. Well, it was a good one. Was it a good one, Blue? Thanks for watching my dream.
I wanted to move, to feel no love in my limbs. But even if it ends, love will always continue. Thank you for watching our dream. I wanted to have courage and fight to protect what I loved. Was I brave? We'll say I was brave, right? Thanks for watching my dream. While I still could, I wanted to know everything. Of course, in the end, I couldn't really be the genius I wanted, but I still like to think I learned a whole lot. Thank you for watching my dream.
Orange was crying? Of course Orange was crying. This is sad as hell.
And Lowry's next.
Already? I really know what to say. No do-overs, huh?
Flowers have dreams too. The darkness let us fantasize a higher form of consciousness. But dreams are dreams. Time this capricious reverie came to an end. Chris, the fountain is waiting for you. This dream was always set to end. Even if we defeated you, we knew that flowers left in darkness will perish. But if we could give Asgore a glimpse of a perfect world, it would make up for everything he had done for us. After all, we weren't supposed to live more than a single day.
I need sunlight. Yeah.
What are you waiting around for?
Say goodbye. That means goodbye. We had our nostalgia. It's time to move on. Flowers back home. Were my wedding bouquet. I kept taking care of them all this time, but from now on, I'm going to do it for my own sake. You want to say something? Chris, don't worry. After we get back, we can tell the mayor about everything we saw. I know she'll do everything she can to help. The more people are safe from this, the better.
They were his wedding bouquet. God, they've...
A sure dad will do.
They were his wedding bouquet, and he's kept them alive this long?
Rawls is in college now. These are some old flowers. No wonder they came to life. Holy. Susie, we were both worried, Chris, that Azrael was going to end up your only friend. It seems if you met someone rather wonderful. Not only has she fought by your side through danger, but she also seemed to have an interest in flowers. Raleigh, it's his other friend. It's strange. At a glance they look a bit like Azrael. But the longer you look, the harder it is to tell if they're a monster at all. Feel the fountain? Yep. It was as if your very soul was glowing. Crazy that Flowery did all this despite knowing he would die without sunlight eventually. Hey! Oh, what the? Oh, no! There's a second fountain in the flower shop. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the knight's here. Hey. Are we still here? No. Someone made a second fountain? Hey! Leave it to me. Think you can outspeed a flower? Yes, I guess they can. Bubble. What, leaving so soon? You're not the only one that can start a battle. Son of enemies showed up. Try running away now. Oh, resplayed Floridian. Looks like it's just you and me. Take this. Oh, ha! How'd you like my Girona? Yeah. You'd ignore my fake statistics? Who needs stats anyway? I've got a bouquet of moves where that came from. Seems like you still don't get it. Nothing is stronger than Flower's dream. Oh no. Hurry. Larry, say something. Raleigh. No, your magic can't heal this. So why? Because I have to try, you know? Larry, you okay? I'm fine, princess. Just need a little water. Damn it. Flowers really are useless, aren't they? They sit around looking beautiful, then they wither away. Now, caretaker's gone and we'll take care of you. You light and water and stuff. And then go get Asgore back. Susie, how sweet you are. Everyone, listen carefully to me. Us plants are neither darkners nor lightners. We are living beings that take on new consciousness in the dark. We can feel things others can't understand. Something horrible is stirring underneath the town. Darkness beyond your imagining. Susie, Chris, the road ahead of you is draped in shadow, but I know you can do it. As long as you stay together. You two have the inner light that can save the world. I just wish I wasn't so useless. You aren't useless, Flowery. Having something to take care of gave Asgore purpose too. Just being a flower, that's enough for him. Raleigh. You're not half bad yourself.
You know that? Maybe in another life, we could have been friends. You two, seal the fountain, okay? I'll stay here. Alright. Broken scarf. Scarf that was torn to pieces in battle, revealing it was all for show. Everything about him is an illusion. That's his equipment, everything. Had to go and be dramatic, didn't he? Idiot. Flower torn in half. Chris, please go seal the fountain. Shit. Chris. Just seal it. Fuck. Why are we still here? Okay, we're fading out. Okay, I got real scared. Flowery. Or stay here, I'm gonna find someone to help. TV. Turn face down. Top of it is an anime-style comic. The broken container for golden flower dug through the soil. Soil, two things. One, packet of seeds. The golden flower. They're covered in warning labels. Took the seeds. Second thing, piece of paper. On the piece of paper, the code. It says shelter. Ripped the paper with both hands, began to tear it to... Chris! Hey, I got tape. Help me out a sec. Is that... It ripped, but I can still read it. 0915199X. Oh. 9/15/1990X. December 15th? Undertale's release date for the month and day. Oh. 1990X. Guess we got another code. They don't just stand there. Tape them up. They shoved yellow and blue together. Cute. Alright guys, you're gonna have to share for now. That's the year the first human fell into the underground. Oh! Is it? Wow. Oh, yeah, I should explain. Before we sealed the first fountain, Flowery talked to me. Told me that Asgore used to be the police chief. Still had his shelter code buried in flowery soil. He told me not to tell anyone about it, but he told you too, huh? Anyway, let's get out of here, fast. Reality again, huh? Chris couldn't stop them. How much longer are they gonna keep taking more people? And how much longer are those people gonna be safe? Hey, Chris? You know this probably isn't good timing. Maybe actually the worst timing, but would you mind walking me home? There's something I want to talk to you about. Hey, how's it going? Oh, alright, see ya. Hell yeah. Thanks, Chris. The lights are still up. Kinda. Top to bottom, explore every door. Okay. I mean, it's not time for that, right? Ball of junk. Ball of junk. Small ball of you accumulate in your pocket. Glass. Small shard of something in your pocket. Feels like glass, but... Seeds. Seed of a golden flower. So, what I wanted to say. It's like... You know... What is that face? I see. God, that's horrific. I think of the fact that almost no one is straight. No one in this game is... No one in Deltarune is straight. Yes, you and me, make a pretty good team, right? I've been thinking about that. Thinking about us. You know what, the lesbian couple is Chris, who is really gender. Absolutely. Leave Ralsei as trans? I'll be okay. Hey, not over there. This goes to the school, so we can go here. Super possible, especially in this chapter. It's that day in the closet. It's our first adventure. And it feels like all this has been our special Chris and Susie thing. Our thing no one could take away. Our secret. Our adventures. Thing that's just better. it's just the two of us. You feel the same way, right, Chris? Yeah. Not here. Alright. Papyrus's gender is the Great Papyrus. A real gender, by the way, absolutely. Yes, what I want to say is... Chris, it just can't just be our adventures anymore. People are in actual danger. Your dad is in actual danger. Can't mess up anymore. You have to tell someone. Someone closer to the shelter code. Someone who can help us fight. Chris, this can't just be a me and you thing. It needs to be Noelle's thing, too. Chris, thanks for walking me home. I'm gonna fucking cry. What the fuck? Oh, man. There's Susie. How much chalk you got in there? Enough to survive the night shift? Thank you. Thank you for the levity. Oh, man. That's really upsetting, Susie. Welcome, Noelle. No, that's not what I mean, right? Oh, like she's just homeless. Oh, Chris looks so sad for a second. Damn, what a chapter. You can see chapter 6. Oh. She seemingly does have a home, but it's so bad she'd rather be homeless. Yeah. Have you done the proceed route yet? I've done the proceed route up until the end of chapter 4. And I have been cautioned against doing it in chapter 5 because they found a flag that is set off in chapter 5 that affects all of your save files. So I've been cautioned against proceeding with that route until the game is fully released. Just in case. Because it super does feel like... We'll do it after chapter 7, yeah. It's super... Like, the fact that there is now a flag in chapter 5 that sets off the proceed route to flag even the regular saves is a little alarming. So I would very much like for it to... I would very much like to see the entire game as it is without that route. And then maybe we can do a little backtracking. After Chapter 7 comes out, we'll revisit Deltarune.
we will continue with the proceed route from into chapter 5, do that, and then if there's something cool, if we go back and replay chapter 5, 6, 7, or chapter 6 and 7, in the normal route with the proceed flag, that'll be cool, because it is very neat to have seen the genocide route in Undertale and how that changed the ending of the pacifist route. That super does recontextualize it. So I would like to see the whole game have a very good, have a feel good time with the main route, and then we loop back around to the fucked up route. But yeah, that was Deltarune Chapter 5. Man, a lot to talk about with that. A lot to talk about. Overall, banger chapter. I really liked all the mechanics they introduced. The perspective shift, turning it into a 2D platformer. Very, very cool. Like it's a very cool subversion of the game mechanics. Very much like it's doing a very good job of amping up the wild shit that you can do per chapter. Chapter 1, very standard. Introduces you to the game concepts and keeps to those core concepts. Chapter 2, it ends with the queen boss fight, turns it into Punch-Out, which is very neat. Chapter 3, with all of the mini games that Tenna flashes you to. Also incredibly cool. Chapter 4. God, I'm just so into Chapter 5. I've just completely lost the plot of what happened in Chapter 4. Yeah, Chapter 4 in the church. Introducing the climbing mechanics was very neat, and I'm glad they kept up with it. Yeah, having a lot of mobility in that 2D space. It was very neat to see. They didn't do a whole lot in terms of just the regular combat, but in Chapter 5, having it could be just a completely different gameplay, it blew me out of the water. So I'm very excited to see I'm very excited for Chapter 6 to come out, and it just turns into like a 3D beat 'em up at some point. Just becomes a 3D platformer out of nowhere. Yeah, was very, very, very cool. I'm super stoked to play more of this eventually. I really do like all the characters we met. Introducing the new core cast to this chapter with the 6 flowers and Flowery as their leader. All had very strong, very distinct personalities. They were all very fun to interact with and get to know. And I really like how they played not only with the player character party, but also amongst each other. They had their own disagreements, and they had their own inner relationships. I really liked all of their motivations. They all felt very unique. And Flowery was a very cool final boss. Him harnessing the power of friendship himself, it's just so great. And I do very much like that. Despite how on their side you can get, at the same time, you're kind of forced to acknowledge that this can't last. Asgore is not in a healthy place. He can't stay here. The flowers just can't exist in this world because they can't exist in a dark world. And just the fact that their relationship with Asgore is not really a healthy one. Let alone Asgore's relationship with other people in general. Like, with the flowers, it's not really something that you can keep up forever. Because you are essentially holding Asgore hostage. You're keeping him here, maybe not against his will, but, like, certainly against his best interests. Yeah. Flowery, very good having a friendly antagonist who's very much like you kind of want to root for him. At the same time, you are just forced to oppose him by the nature of progressing a video game, but also like the narrative won't allow it. Like, there are flaws with his logic that force you to be in opposition with him. It's very, very cool. I really like the twist at the end as well. Like, even despite the power of friendship, you still, quote-unquote, lose to Flowery. Asriel sacrifices himself. Susie, like, sacrifices herself, but, like, bolsters you to be above and beyond. And even then, Flowery struggles to keep up with your teamwork. You give it your all, and it just is not quite enough. And then Asgore comes and sees sort of the error of his ways. He sees through the illusion, through the lies that Flowery is telling him, through the lies that the Dark World kind of is inherently telling people, is inherently represents. Because the Dark World is a lie. The Dark World is when the light cannot reach you. It becomes dark and then darker still when things in the corner of your eye start to move. And then it becomes yet darker, and those things come into focus or take on a life of their own. It is built upon this lie that just cannot exist because the reality of things, Queen is just a laptop. Lancer is just a playing card. The Flowery is just a flower. But despite the feelings inherent to the world that the Dark World is constructed upon, it is a rejection of reality, almost inherently. Illusion so strong it circles back to becoming real, yeah. And yet still, it is not real. No matter how real it seems, it is not the real world. Are there any other thoughts before I circle back and actually start reading chat? Before I lose my train of thought. I really like the twist with the twist after the reveal, where the knight has shown up and has made a second dark fountain, almost at the same time that we closed the fountain, or very short, or while we were fighting Flowery. The knight shows up, kidnaps Asgore. So far, the knight has taken Lighteners that are in the Dark World. They haven't targeted Susie. They haven't targeted us. Presumably because we have some kind of contract with, or we have some kind of agreement with the knight. At the same time, Undyne and Asgore are two people who would know the shelter code. So perhaps the knight is kidnapping those people specifically so that we would not be able to get into the shelter to thwart whatever plans the knight has. I imagine the knight's next target is probably going to be Carol if the knight is not, in fact, Carol. Who could the knight be? It could be a corrupted form of Des who has been locked in the Dark Worlds, maybe? It might have happened too quickly for Asgore to realize what was going on, but Asgore was kind of taken aback by what happened to the knight, and he didn't really fight back at all, or with the knight showing up. There was no, like, recognition of, like, it's you. So it's not like Asgore recognizes the knight as the perpetrator of whatever tragedy happened so long ago, where Asgore first learned about the Dark Worlds. It could be that he was in shock. It could be that he was stunned from being sucker punched and carried 1 billion miles an hour. But we didn't get any, like, dialogue, not even like a flash of, like, it's you, or I recognize you, or I know you. It's very, like, very too sudden. Asgore doesn't processing what's happening. So I don't think he recognized the knight. So the knight could be a lot of people. It could be a corrupted Des that is working to perpetuate some kind of tragedy. And there could be some other maligned entity. They kind of inherently have to be part Lightner, though, right? For them to exist in the light world and be able to capture and kidnap people in the Dark World and then take them back to the shelter. I can only assume that. My best guess is that the Roaring Knight is a, like, corrupted Des, who, after some kind of tragedy that happened so long ago when Asgore lost his job, has remained in the Dark World and has sort of taken on this otherworldly knight persona. I do like Flowery fighting with the knight. I do like Flowery tricking the knight to go faster, starting into a fight so the knight couldn't run. Tricking the knight into a fight so he couldn't run. Starting a fight with the Floridian who was on the knight's side, and then sparing the Floridian to get him out so that he and the knight were forced into a fight together. Very cool. Very sad that Flowery got taken out. And it's very interesting that the knight is able to harm the Darkners in a way that really matters. Because even back with Tenna, when we kick the shit out of Tenna, it roughs him up a bit, but the knight also has this ability. I don't know if Darkners would have the ability to actually damage and injure each other in real life, or in the light world. So the fact that the knight is able to harm Flowery and is able to harm Tenna in a meaningful manner kind of implies that they are part Lightner, or they are a Lightner in some way, shape, or form, right? Asgore got bubbled, taken away. So we kind of do lose. We succeed in preventing the roaring in the short term, but our long-term goals, we got the shelter code, but we didn't really win. It's not like a full win. Asgore still got taken away, but we do have part of the shelter code. And then the ending. Oh my god, the ending. Susie asks us to walk her home And were we to go to the apartments, she says, you know that's not what I meant. Oh, man, that's really hard to swallow. It was very much implied that Susie does not have a great home life. The fact that she is always so hungry to the point of eating chalk. No one eats chalk intentionally. Some people eat chalk, that's like a compulsion, but like that's definitely not what Susie's got going on. In the closet eating food that isn't real, sleeping in a bed that isn't real. Again, it's a rejection of reality that the Dark Worlds are. The Dark Worlds just are inherently. It is a fantasy land where you can run away from your problems, where you can make friends with playing cards. You don't have to deal with tragedies that are going on in the real world. It's rough. It's really rough. Walk me home. Bring her to the school. Thanks for walking me home, Chris. Home for Susie is... Don't worry. Well, let's not forget. Holy shit, that ended in a really fucked up place. That's so much has happened in between that I totally forgot about that. But yes. Oh my god. I can't even begin to imagine how next chapter is going to be. God, do I have any more thoughts about Susie before we move on to that? Alright, yeah, it's super upsetting. It's implied that she doesn't have a home life. She's eating chalk at school. It's like a blessing from the gods when Toriel takes her out to the diner to eat. She's so stoked when she gets to stay over at our house, when Toriel serves her breakfast. The fact that she goes from this lone wolf forced by her own insecurities to bully everyone around her, just saddled with this horrible reputation and can't really do anything about it, to being almost like painfully dependent on Chris's friendship with her, as like jumping like head first into this relationship with Noelle, because let's not forget the series of events in Deltarune so far have taken place over what? 3 days? Like, Susie has gone from being the most loner at school for who knows how long to, like, jumping into a relationship with Noelle at the first sign of affection from her. And, like, being just so incredibly emotionally dependent on Chris, her first friend probably ever. What do we know about Susie is that she didn't really have a home growing up. She follows her dad around from place to place. And now she... and almost like a military brat, Or a contractor father who's just dragging his daughter around. Theory territory, but Susie got super uncomfortable seeing Toriel drunk. Yeah, that could be like some related trauma with her family, or it could be like, oh, here is this sort of caretaker figure that I've put up on a pedestal, and I'm now seeing them in a moment of weakness, of like unbridled, like just this uncomposed setting that I'm not used to seeing them in. There's a lot to unpack there. So who knows what was actually that feeling. He avoids interacting with Toriel in Chapter 5 if you try and take her to Chris's house. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll need to see that particular interaction then. Yeah, it's just to get a proper gauge of what the vibe is, because yeah, if like she is like super uncomfortable, it's like, no, I saw her drunk, I don't want to see her right now. Like that's if Susie's really got the ick for Toriel, or if it's just like, no, I don't really want to face Toriel right now. Who knows? Hard for me to gauge without actually seeing it myself. But yeah. So yeah, it's super tragic that Susie's home life is just so awful, because we saw it I assume that we saw it in Chapter 3 when Ralsei is explaining to Susie what the like concept of the Dark World is and what their nature is, because we see this like really like beat to shit room with like barely any, with like a bed and a chair, and that's it, and like a poster. And I can only assume that that is like Susie picturing her room, and like that's not a great room to have. Doesn't look like it's an amazing home life that she has, if that is indeed her room. We know what Chris's rooms look like, so I can only assume that this is like, that was Susie's imagination. So yeah, the fact that Susie is just so much more at home in the Dark World, which is just inherently a lie. And we acknowledge in this chapter that the Dark Worlds are like sort of unsustainable in the long term. Like living beings can't really exist there full time. But just the fact that Susie sees this and chooses to either ignore it or chooses to accept it and just sort of like take in Castletown as much as she can while it lasts, I guess. Just a full rejection of reality, if not outright, then at the very least as an escape for what is not a great home life. It's really tragic. Yeah, it's super heartbreaking that Castletown is just Susie, is what Susie considers her home now. Because yeah, there are a lot of very lovable characters that we've met there, that we've had adventures with, that we've grown to like and to love. But yeah, just the fact that she is just so much more at home in a darker than dark closet at school, sleeping in an imaginary bed, eating imaginary food. Because it's not anything that is made there is not real. There can't be food in there. Like the cakes that Ralsei makes, sure, we might taste them, but they're not real. Like, we find pencils and we use those as weapons. We find erasers, we use those as swords. We find CDs and we pretend they're bagels. like Ralsei supports that with his control of the system, changing our perception of ourselves. Like we take a bite out of a CD, and Ralsei makes us think that we've healed ourselves and lets us continue, and it allows us to will ourselves to continue fighting through any damage that we've perceived. So, because I'm totally convinced that Ralsei is managing the system for us and for Susie, and that whatever we are interacting with as part of the Dark World, like the CD bagels, whenever we take a bite of them, Ralsei is changing our perception of it and influencing the system so that we regain health. I'm like almost 100% convinced that Ralsei is a manager of the system, and if at some point in the future the Knight takes control of the system and starts manipulating it to their own end, or some other character takes control of the system away from Ralsei, we could see that interaction where we try and bite into a CD bagel and our mouth is full of, like, plastic shards. Yeah, it's really tragic what's happening to Susie. And I can only hope that her relationship with Noelle in some way, shape, or form gives her this kind of stability in the light world to sort of pull Susie out of this fantasy, out of this lie that the Dark Worlds perpetuate. Because Noelle and Susie is a real relationship. It is built on a dream, but Noelle likes the bad girls. She, like, her admiration of Susie extends into the light world even before she had gone into the Dark World and had this sort of sweet dream with Susie in Chapter 3. But, like, her feelings are genuine, and hopefully that can translate to Noelle sort of pulling Susie back into the real world and giving her this sort of, like, stability in real life that she finds in, that Susie has found in the Dark World as well. Yeah, before we talk about what happened to Noelle, about the Flowery fight, Flowery tricks them into speeding up, ran to the wall, starts a battle so he can leave. Then his fake max stats get cancelled out. Yeah, it definitely shows that the Knight has an ability to manipulate the system. They weren't doing it against us, perhaps because it wasn't really necessary, because in the end they did, quote-unquote, beat us. Even after we win the Chapter 3 fight, they still take us out. Chris stands down willingly. It's an example of the Knight influencing the system, negating their own defeat. And now, even more explicitly, with Flowery, the Knight is shown to be able to manipulate the system, canceling out the 999 damage that Flowery had done, turning it all into zeros, and ultimately dealing real-world physical damage to Flowery, cutting him in half. The way the Knight sword worked in real life, when I'm interested, there was shard of it that we have does extra damage against Darkners, the rate the sword attacks, or just attacks them in the real world. It's entirely possible, yeah. Because if the Knight takes out Tenna, it does real world damage, and it's still a little bit beat up, even in the Chapter 3 in the regular route, Tenna gets beaten up. We managed to fix him up and give him a new home with what I assume is Metaton. But he still Tenna still takes real world damage. Flowery takes real world damage and is like on the brink of dying in the real world. So Flower cut in half. So the Knight is able to manipulate the system in the same way that Ralsei does. The Knight is does have this ability to take Lightners from the Dark World into the real world. From the Dark World into the real world, and then back into the Dark World, so they have some sort of power in both worlds. Can't stop thinking of that katana in Carol's house. I mean, maybe. It is entirely possible. The katana by itself? Maybe. Because Carol does have multiple katanas. She's got a home katana and she does have a work katana. Is the knight Carol with her katana? It's hard to say. Because we never go back after we get the shard of the... Yeah, after we get the shard of the knight's sword, we never go back to Carol's house. We never go back to Noelle's house to see Carol's katana, so we don't know if Carol's katana is chipped. I think that will be the cincher whether the knight is Carol or the knight is a corrupted Des. If we go back to Noelle's house and we see that the katana is chipped, the knight is definitely Carol. If it's not, then it's got to be some kind of... then the Dark World is a little bit more supernatural than just creating this illusory world that can actually affect Lightners. Don't even get a piece of metal from the knight's sword. We get a black shard in real world. Unless she has a katana that's black, it seems like the sword is the same even in the light world. That's true. Yeah. 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 It's entirely possible. Maybe she has a very sinister black katana that she's gonna whip out on us. Who knows? Thinking to say something about Noelle? Yeah, I'm just thinking, do you have anything else to say about the night? Not really. Nothing that I can really say without further knowledge, I guess. Until we see more about them, until any big reveals happen. Yeah, it's all like maybes, if then, but this kind of thing. Yeah, stuff to stew on, but not really enough to make a proper theory about. Yeah, so the last we see of Noelle, oh my god, that's fucked up. And the language that's used around it is, Susie not knowing about Rudy's situation is gonna make their next interaction rough. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I can't imagine what Noelle is going through. Because in every timeline, like, Noelle knows Rudy's situation. She kind of, like... There's no ways that, even if Rudy is, like, playing it down to Noelle, there's no way that Noelle doesn't realize, oh, this is serious. She's very happy to see him up and about at church and doing decorations at the festival. But yeah, there's no skirting around it that Rudy is not in the best of health. To end the chapter with the language that they did, it's it's 1,000,000% intentional that the last we see of Rudy is him on a ladder hanging Christmas lights. And the next we hear about him is that he has fallen down, which is the same, like, phrasing or the same euphemism that that monsters use for when someone dies. Or is, like, fatally ill and doesn't have long left. Like, is it explicitly fallen down equals death? Or is fallen down, like, they don't have long left? Like, is fallen down just a euphemism? Or is it literally they have died? I don't remember the exact wording in Undertale. I think fallen down... Yep, it's death, at least in Undertale. I can't remember in Undertale. In the secret lab, does Alphys say that the monsters who had fallen down, was she given their dust and she injected determination into that dust? Or were the monsters on their last legs having fallen down and to not get back up again? Did she take their, like, bravely ill on their deathbed and inject determination into them? I can't remember. Like, did Alphys's experiments in Undertale, she injected determination into those who had fallen down. I remember that being the wording. Was that determination into the dust and that brought them back? Or was that determination into them right before they died? Brought them back to health and then mutated them further. I don't remember. And that's a very important distinction for this scenario. Shit. I think I have to look that up right now, because that's a kind of a very important distinction. Undertale secret lab log and script. It's not death as in their... fallen down is not death. It is dying. Not death, though. Entry number 6. Asgore asked everyone outside the city for monsters that had, quote, fallen down. Their bodies came in today. They're still comatose. And soon they'll all turn into dust. So fallen down means they have fallen to not get back up. They're not dead yet, though. That's really important. But what happens if I inject determination into them? If their souls persist after they perish, then freedom might be closer than we all thought. Entry number 9, things aren't going well. None of the bodies have turned into dust, so I can't get the souls. I told the families that I would give them the dust back for their funerals. People are starting to ask me what's happening. What do I do? Entry number 14, everyone that had fallen down has woken up. We're all walking around like talking like nothing is wrong. Thought they were goners. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's what's gonna happen! Fuck! 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 That's what chapter 6 is gonna be! Oh! Oh no! That's it! That's what chapter 6 is gonna be! Chapter 6 is gonna be the hospital!
I don't even know if it's gonna be Carol. It might be Noelle. Oh my, it might be Noelle. Oh man. That's gotta be what it's gonna be. Chapter 6. Susie has done all this preparation. Maybe it could be that Susie opens the fountain then. Could be Susie opens the fountain in, opens the dark fountain in the hospital to try and save, to try and prove to Noelle and to try and save Rudy. Prove to Noelle that the dark worlds are real and try and save Rudy. Or at the very least, like, give him some kind of, like, last respite before he goes. Oh, it's gonna be really tragic. Yeah, so per Undertale, fallen down, quote unquote, fallen down, is not dead, but it is comatose and dying. So at the end of the festival date, when Noelle gets the call that Rudy has fallen down, that is both a play that he could have fallen off a ladder and is now in hospital, but like with the context of fallen down in Deltarune, in Undertale, for and the connotation fallen down has for monsters, his illness has caught up to him, such that he is on his last breaths. Susie does all this preparation to welcome Noelle to Castletown, to try and get her on our side to help deal with the night. We start chapter 6. We go around looking for Noelle. People are really askance about it. They don't want to talk to us. Someone eventually lets it slip. Noelle is in the hospital, visiting Rudy. We go talk to her. She's probably sitting in the waiting room, if not by Rudy's bedside. We try and convince her, like, oh, the Dark Worlds are real, we need your help, Asgore and Undyne has been taken, and she just wants none of it, because her dad is about to die, and she just can't deal with Susie and Chris's fucking bullshit right now, at a time like this. And then Susie has the realization that, oh no, Rudy's about to die. And she probably panics, asks what we can do. And then it's really up in the air who opens the fountain. So, okay. Predictions going forward. I think that's my prediction going forward. Chapter 6 is going to be the hospital. Rudy has fallen down. Rudy's dying. Noelle is super upset. She doesn't want to have any of our shit trying to convince her to fight with us in the dark world to try and, you know, save the world. But yeah, there's a couple ways that we could go about getting a dark fountain open in the hospital. None of them are really, all of them are really fucked up. What could happen is that we are talking to Noelle. Noelle doesn't want any of it. We have to sort of prove to Noelle that this is real, that it wasn't just a dream back then. Susie could ask us to open the Dark World because we're a lot better at it than Susie is. Susie could open the Dark World in a fit of like, oh, this is the only way to do this, is to show her.
Noelle could unintentionally open the Dark World or intentionally open the Dark World after hearing about us and our adventures and that everything was real. Like, from talking to Susie and getting confirmation that the Dark Worlds are real, Noelle could open a Dark World in, like, her grief and try to, like, heal Rudy in the Dark World, maybe. Or at the very least, you know, keep, like, have this sort of moment with Rudy in the Dark World. Or it could be, we could be pulled into the Dark World in the hospital completely unintentionally. Like, maybe it is that Carol is the knight. We are sitting out in the lobby. Carol goes into Rudy's room, like, alone, just Carol and Rudy. We're talking to Noelle, trying to convince her to help us in the Dark World. Noelle gets up to go be with Rudy, opens the door, and the smoke starts pouring out. And, like, that's the big reveal. Oh, Carol opened a fountain. That seems like the most likely to happen, I think. It's the most... That seems like the most probable, right? We're sitting out in the lobby. Carol goes in. Or Carol was always in there. We go in. Noelle goes to be with her family. Says no to us, goes to be with her family. Smoke starts pouring out when she opens the door. Oh shit, there's a Dark World here. Everything is real. We have to go in, we have to save Rudy, we have to save Carol. Carol could be the knight. That could be the reveal here. Who knows? But yeah, I am just from the setup with Rudy has fallen down, and us, our like next goal is to get Noelle on our side. That just seems, there's no way that is not going to be chapter 6. Is going to be the hospital. And if that's the case, if that is going to be the setup to chapter 6, Rudy has fallen down, a Dark World has appeared in his room, and Noelle doesn't want to part with Rudy, or Carol has made this Dark World to try and save Rudy or to prolong it. Yeah, it's... Oh boy, chapter 6 is gonna be a fucking... It's gonna be a tearjerker. Chapter 6 is gonna be rough. Holy... Oh man, oh man. Oh... Thought chapter 4 was rough with the old man? No. You thought chapter 5 was rough with Flowey dying? With Susie revealing that Castletown is more her home than her actual apartment? No. Yeah, I think chapter 6 has to either end with Rudy dying and Noelle joining us to save the world. Yeah, chapter 6 I think chapter 6 might have to end with Rudy dying, Carol revealing herself to be the knight, and going ballistic. And starting the roaring. And kickstarting the roaring properly. Or... the knight kidnaps Rudy. Takes him back to the shelter, and that's how we get Noelle on our team for chapter 7. It's... one way or another, it's going to be an incredible tragedy. Man. Man, this game is good. Man, this game is good. I'm so stoked that I'm finally able to go and see other playthroughs of this. And I'll do my damnedest to not get spoiled for the other route. Yeah. Holy shit, Undertale. This was such a phenomenal chapter. Such a good setup for the rest of the game. I'm so stoked for it, and I am despairing already that it's gonna be like another year till chapter 6, and it's gonna be another year till chapter 7. Ugh. Ugh. It's so good! Damn you, Toby Fox. Yeah. I'm really itching to see the tone of the festival date as well in the Snowgrave route. Because boy oh boy, chapter 4 sure did end in a fucked up way in that route, and the festival date is probably going to end up in the same spot. Whatever, like, awkward third wheeling that is going to end up happening with Susie being sort of bumped out of the relationship. You just, like, do it to midway through and just stop. Ah. Like, it's specifically at the end, eh? No. I think with just how different things in the Snowgrave route have changed in the narrative, I think that kind of has to be an all-in-one-go thing. As much as as curious as I am about it, it is really stacking up to be an all-in-one-go kind of thing. So I'll keep playing Deltarune as the chapters come out, but we're gonna have to hold off on Snowgrave until chapter 7 is out, and then we can go back and we can see the full tragedy of Snowgrave. Because even in chapter 4, boy oh boy, the tone of so many interactions is so different. Even with just Chris and Susie. Yeah, the ending has to be so wildly different. Because in the regular route, Susie is so all in on her friendship with Chris. And with her relationship with the Darkners. I can only imagine that in the Snowgrave route, where Chris is so much more distant and she doesn't have this connection with Noelle, how much harder Susie is going to go all in with the Darkners as her, like, sole means of emotional connection. I think at the end of Snowgrave, we might kill Susie. If not, like, physically kill Susie because she refuses to let the Darkners go let all of the dark fountains finally be sealed. Like, if we don't have to kill her in the process of sealing all of the dark fountains in Snowgrave, we might just kill her like emotionally when we seal the final fountain. Because Castletown has to be sealed. There's no way that it doesn't. As fun as it is, I don't think, like, I don't think a true happy ending can exist while any dark fountains are real. As much as I love Ralsei and every one of the Darkners, I think the true end has us very reluctantly closing every single dark fountain, including the shelter, including the closet, including Castletown's. We go on from there. Maybe we have some, like, vignettes of like mini adventures with the Darkners, but yeah, I think the true good ending is us crying as we seal the final dark fountain, and like us moving on and growing up. Maybe another group of younger children can start up this adventure with the dark fountains, with Ralsei, with Lancer, with Queen and all the friends we made along the way, and us going on to college, Susie and Noelle going out and getting married and whatnot. But I think the good ending of the game ends with us sealing every fountain. And I think the Snowgrave end also ends with us sealing every fountain, but I don't think Susie is going to be able to handle that in Snowgrave. I think if in Snowgrave, Susie's just going to be broken by us sealing Castletown. And we either literally kill her, because she won't let us do it otherwise, or she breaks when we do it, and she just, like, wanders off into the forest, never to be seen again. And it's going to be super tragic. Fuck it, this game is tying my stomach in knots. I'm so anxious to see the Chapter 6, because it has to address Rudy has fallen down. It's gotta be in the hospital. And it's gotta be something fucked up. Gotta be a super tragic ending. And Snowgrave as a whole, it just begets tragedy by its nature. I can see the like projected line of this game, and it's gonna end in tragedy either way. It's gonna end in way more tragedy in one way than the other. On another note, Flower Man, Flowery Song, lyrics covers are amazing, especially the Teto one. Ooh, I'll pull that up on a tab on YouTube right now before the After Effect. Flower. Hell yeah. Flower Man, Deltarune, but it's every cover played at once. Awesome. Awesome. Definitely, totally be listening to that one first and ruining them all for me. Anyway, yeah, is there anything else we want to hit on in Deltarune? Because holy shit, there's so much to talk about. I don't remember if we hit on all the points. Is there anything cool that I missed? Or else, is there anything, any thoughts or theories you guys want to talk about before we move into our wrap-up? Because I think we have been here for like an hour, just chatting, just losing our minds about what's gonna happen. Yeah, going forward, I'm so stoked to see to watch other playthroughs of this, because this game is just so fun. It's such a great game for sharing. And I'm so excited to keep theorizing. I'm gonna try and avoid like fan theories on this and keep stewing in my own theories. Maybe talk it out with some other people. But I think Noah's watching these, at least in the playback. So I'm interested to hear what he has to say. Super curious as to why Raleigh is trying so hard to avoid his fire magic. That's a good point. Hey, theory might be able to kill darkness because it's light. That is a very good point. Yeah, it's hard to say. Couple bad scenes. Thank you, Noah. It's hard to really say what's going on with that. I think a lot of what has to do with everything that Ralsei's going on kind of really depends on what Ralsei is. Because Ralsei doesn't just jump out of our pocket like what happens when we bring darkness from one dark world to the other. Ralsei kind of has to make his way over from one dark world to another. Kind of in a way that no other Darkner can. Why is Ralsei... We don't know what Ralsei is in the light world. Is he like a picture of Azrael in a locket that Chris keeps on them? Is he... like some memento of Azrael that is being touted around by Chris? Is he actually just some... He can't just be some Darkner. Ralsei has the same kind of powers that Flowery has, the ability to manipulate the UI and game statistics, like on a meta level. Most of the community, myself included, seems that Ralsei is the red horns that Chris wore when they were younger. True, true. A very, very strong childhood memento. Ralsei could be like, since Ralsei also has reddish horns. Does he? I never really noticed. That does make sense. It is a memento with a lot of strong feelings attached to it for Chris, because Chris wore those everywhere pretending to be a monster when they were younger, just to try and fit in with the other monsters, and to try and like, I guess, deny the fact that they're like an adopted human child. So it would make sense for them to be a very powerful artifact that kind of like embodies the everything Chris wanted to be growing up, right? Because in this family, Chris is a human. So if Chris was going to make a sort of a dreamer persona, Ralsei is everything that Chris would want to be, yeah? Ralsei is very much this sort of younger brother kind of character. Sort of hanging off Chris's every action, doing his best to uplift them. So I think it does make a lot of sense for that to be the case. Have we ever seen those horns in the light world, or were we just told about them? Because if we've seen them, it puts a little bit of a damper on it. Because how would Ralsei... Nope, only in silhouettes. Yeah, so we've only heard about the horns. We haven't actually seen the physical object in the light world. So it could be that the physical object is stashed in Castletown. Or like they are very carefully folded up on Chris's person. No visible color either. It could be Chris is just carrying them around. And like Ralsei doesn't want to seem suspicious by jumping out of Chris's pocket, so Ralsei sneaks away every time Chris, the player, and Susie enter the Dark World. Yeah. Hard to know what exactly is the true nature of Ralsei. Why is Ralsei avoiding the fire magic? In this chapter in isolation, it could be so that he doesn't slip up and reveal this sort of power to Asgore. But Ralsei was trying very hard to avoid Asgore regardless. So it doesn't really make sense for Ralsei to avoid the fire magic beforehand then. It could be that this sort of dreamer signature fire magic is a thing that that Ralsei can perform. And because it is a real life form of magic that the dreamers can do, this power sort of extends and can override the powers of the Dark World. Hence why him not wanting to use it on Darkners, because it has potential to actually injure them. Ralsei to flower. If I let myself go like you, I could burn you down in an instant. So that statement, coupled with Ralsei's ability to manipulate the game elements, yeah, it's definitely Ralsei has the power to properly kill Darkners should he so choose. He just doesn't want to, and is avoiding using his Dreamer magic, specifically because of that. Because he doesn't want to kill the Darkness. He wants this to be a fun adventure for Chris and Susie. But he totally has this ability. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's a really good theory, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Reveals with Ralsei's hidden powers, and I suppose eventually into Ralsei's true nature, what his object is correlates to in the real life, and really what's going to happen once Asriel comes back properly. Like, can Ralsei and Asriel exist in the world together at the same time? Yeah, that was such such a crazy reveal to just not be addressed at all for the rest of this chapter. Just the Dreamer signature fire magic that Rolsey pulls out of nowhere. It's really, really cool. Yeah. So much to chew on in Deltarune. I'm so stoked. Toby Fox and the entire Deltarune team, what a phenomenal job you guys are doing. I'm so stoked to see Chapter 6, hopefully soon. But I'm not holding my breath because, you know, it takes time. Good, like, phenomenal things like this take so long to properly cook. Said it's almost done. Oh. I super don't expect it to be any time this year. But if that's the case, what an amazing Christmas present this would be. It was just like more Deltarune. But I'm not holding my breath. It'll be an incredibly pleasant surprise whenever Deltarune Chapter 6 does pop out. But yeah. Didn't even think about Christmas. Who knows? Who knows? It's just a big event that coincides with a big holiday that most people take. Could be a great, if Deltarune is going to be ready in time, could be a great release window. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah. That'll be all for Deltarune Chapter 5 for now. What do we got going on this week? Today is Friday. Next time you see us will be Sunday. Me and Noah are going to be here hanging out, playing some more Ace Attorney Investigations. Miles Edgeworth. We've got like 3 streams of that left, I think. And it's gonna be 6 hours of content that's gonna feel like 11. Because holy shit, do Ace Attorney games ever just keep going. Yeah, I know Noah's gonna be super, super busy for the next couple weeks, so as much as I would like to start early and late with Ace Attorney, probably schedule is going to remain as consistent as possible, just to give Noah that little bit of routine. If not, delaying it at last minute if he ends up super wiped. I am leaving that on the table just in case, because holy shit, I do not envy him right now. Hats off to you, Noah, for all the wild shit that you're doing. Good luck, good work. If and when we need to adjust stuff, we will. I can find solo stuff to do if we really, really need to bench some stuff for now. But hopefully, streams will be a nice break, a step away, a nice way to reset your mind. But let's just keep in mind, really, really busy couple weeks coming up. So yeah, plans are subject to change, but this week, Ace Attorney Investigations Monday. We're going to solve a pair of murders. At the very least, we're pretty confident we know the who and the how of the Manny Cochin murder. No good idea what's going on with Damas II, though. We're gonna have to get more info out of Sheena. But I think Sunday we are gonna be arresting the Yatagarasu. Monday, hopefully we'll be back with our regularly scheduled Omori stream. Took a break last week because boy oh boy. Boy oh boy were we wiped. We're now going into this quadruple sweetheart fight and a triple Gorgon fight with a very refreshed mind and very rusty RPG skills. Yeah, Omori on Monday. Tuesday, we're gonna be back over here playing some more Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Plans for Metal Gear. There's a lot that we could be doing. I think on Tuesdays, we're going to keep it for Metal Gear. But we might be extending Metal Gears into Friday, just doing side ops, doing a whole bunch of optional content as a stopgap for something else in Chapter 5. Or we could go back into Nine Souls. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff to do in MGS 5, because it is a semi-open world game. There's a lot of like off-screen grinding that could be done. So we'll see how we feel about our progress and our ability to keep going. But Metal Gear main story stuff, we're going to try and knuckle down on that on Tuesday. And then tune in here next week, Friday, for, I think, barring the necessity of some off-screen grinding in Metal Gear, I think we're going to be hopping back into Nine Souls, yeah. Nine Souls, we met the beautiful thick cat lady, and then went through... And then went through a nightmare. Got kicked out, so we don't have her soul seal yet. Yeah, we gotta go back into Nine Souls. We've got our buddy's soul seal. We've got our not buddy cat siren lady's soul seal. Got the old man soul seal. We've got the warrior's soul seal. And we got our own. Halfway through the game? It feels like a halfway point, yeah. The tone has taken a bit of a shift. But hopefully we get a lot more like morally ambiguous boss fights coming up in Nine Souls. But yeah, plan is Ace Attorney Sunday, Omori Monday, Metal Gear Tuesday, and until Chapter 6 comes out, Nine Souls on Friday. Exciting stuff. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Thanks for hanging out, if indeed you're still here. Fucking bye. I don't know if there's a lesson here. The lesson is, as much as tragedies make you squirm, experiencing tragedies in fiction is good for the soul. I'm having a wonderful time despite how much I'm squirming playing this game. And I think that's pretty healthy. I don't know how much of a lesson there is into that, but yeah. See ya.